I mean, what is the message? What are we supposed to be warned about? What should we look out for?
I think what you need to look out for is a self-commanding bureaucracy that doesn't even have to be triggered. That is a machine that does not have a human dimension. That simply is that solves problems, any problems. And that's really what we saw, that facelessness, the depersonalization, all the things that we're afraid of. It wasn't only the Nazi bureaucracy that was guilty of murder during World War II. One reads through the American documents and realizes the euphemistic vocabulary. The Germans converted all victims into what they called pieces. We speak not of Jews in our documents. The Germans speak only of Jews. We speak of political refugees, a euphemistic vocabulary. In fact, the code word for the final solution, which was originally resettlement, was used much more in American documents and then picked up in German documents. The bureaucracies, the heartlessness was the same. The obtuseness, the lack, the inurement. These were not people. These were merely so many units that had to be processed. And I think that when you speak of the IRS and you speak of the machine that we face to process and to govern a massively large and numerous world, I always look for that do not bend, fold, or spindle kind of mentality. That makes us stand on line, that makes us faceless, and that makes us a problem. Something happens in that inurement. So that's a fact. I think it's a terrific question. Where is the enemy? And I don't want to sound paranoid, and I know I'm not being conspired against, but it is somehow in that bureaucracy, that can be told, solve this problem, and ends up by killing people in large numbers. We've had that here too, of course, much less so than other worlds. But I see that in the Soviet Union. I've just come back, and I'm sure in China, the facelessness of the bureaucracy, because you need a large bureaucracy when you have a totalitarian system that has something massive to do to change the human being, to make the new Nazi man, the new socialist man. Do not let that human being alone. And that requires enormous changes to social engineer it. So whenever I see it, I wonder about it.